All right, so these are, I forget exactly the name of it, what it's actually shipped to. There's some like $50 fans that I bought on Amazon, and they're RGB, and we'll see exactly what it comes with right here. Obviously, you can't have packaging without some air. And all 5 fans are in here. They're EZDIY FAB is what they're called, so nothing super crazy. But these are RGB, and they're all in one box like this. Pretty well packaged, actually.
Are they Corsair?
No, they're not Corsair. Corsair fans cost, if you were trying to buy 3 RGB fans, cost you about, for 3 of them, cost you about $120. So, that's what they look like. We're probably going to take the stickers off them. Not that it really matters. You're not going to really see them. But, yeah, there's 5 of these bad boys in here. Holy fuck. My case is only going to use 4 of them. So I'll grab 4 out. And it does come with a little remote. So you can change what colors you want and stuff like that. There is a control module that comes with it that you can stick to your case that has up to 10 fans that you can plug in at a time. Obviously this case isn't going to get that. You know, it's not going to get 10 fans, but it comes with its own fan controller, so it can control this, and it also has 2 RGB strip headers, so you can actually put that on there as well. And it has a Molex, so you do have to plug this into a peripheral port, and it also has an addressable RGB that you can put onto your motherboard. So if you have a RGB like motherboard, you can plug this in. You obviously you do need to plug this in to get power to all the fans, and you can also control these with, like, I don't remember exactly, I think it's Orasync if I remember correctly. It does come with screws for them to work properly, so that's one thing that's nice. Yeah, we already got screws enough for it, but that's okay. So we got 5 packs of 4 screws. It also has, you know, a thing here that helps you put the fans together, which if you're not familiar, it'll help you step by step. It's all in for the most part, it's in English, but it's also got Chinese or Japanese. I'm not sure. I'm not a fucking expert, but it tells you how you can actually do it if you're going to do RGB sync cable going into a 5-volt. It has MSI, ASUS, and what it's not supposed to go into. So 4 headers. It's going to be a 2, not missing 1. So like that with a header. And you got to plug it into a saddle cable into a power supply. You can also control the fan speeds with the remote, and it has all the diagrams there. I'm going to show you guys how to put that together as well, so don't worry about it if you're, especially if you're clicking on the video, trying to figure out things for yourself. It's going to be okay. I'm going to take you through the process myself as well. So let's get right into it. We're just going to use the screws to put the fans in. I'm probably going to do intake this. Well, actually, no. I'll probably do intake this way. So facing the fans this way with the EZDIY FAB. We might take these off because the glass is there. Which a good way to get rid of any stickers is like a blow dryer or a heat gun. But I don't have a heat gun, so I'm going to use a blow dryer. So we're going to open up one of these packs and put the fans in. It's pretty self-explanatory, but if you guys do need a little walkthrough, it's pretty simple. You open one of the bags with the 4 screws. So this would be pushing air this way. This would be pushing air. You know, this would be taking in air this way. We're going to line the holes up right here with these holes there. That will make this centered. And grab one of the screws. You can just put it in by hand just to get it started, which is fine to do. A screwdriver, a little hand tool, and just screw it in. And kind of get it floated, or at least get 2 anchor points so you can continue to do the rest of the fan a little easier. Make sure that hole's lined up, and then screw this one in too. Like that. Now you can put the rest of the screws in and fully unscrew, and then we'll go to the wiring part here very shortly once I put all 4 fans in. So we get all the fans put in, and I think we're getting ready to put these under the back. So now you have the cords. Now we need this addressable like thing. So you can find some SATA like right here. Just like plugs into your hard drives and shit. Plug that in right there. And bam, plugged in there. Now we can stick this somewhere. I'm not sure where we're gonna put it, but we got to get our fans to it anyway. So let's get this RGB header inside the machine and go from there. So basically now we got to fucking take the cords off the fans, which are just dangling here, and plug that into the control module. It's pretty self-explanatory, but you know, sometimes this stuff, especially for new beginners, can be confusing, especially with stuff going on. So take that little cord off. I'm gonna route this through the back somewhere. Just be wary where you put in the fans at. Sometimes I put actually all of them correctly, but this one, with this being right here, it's gonna be a little bit harder to cable manage. So I'm actually gonna flip the fan around so it's easier to cable manage up through the bottom here. Not that it really matters, but I'm just worried about how this is gonna look once a build's done. So be wary of where you put the cables at so you can easily cable manage them. Like this one guy up here turned out excellent, as it is right here, and it's easy. I could have moved that over another 100 or maybe 90 degrees to run over easily into there, but it's no big deal. Just be wary of that in the future, that it could fall out and you have to cable manage them. All right, so have this plugged in powered wise, and now you can just plug all these little fan connectors into the box here. Doesn't really matter where you plug them in. It does matter, I do believe, how you plug them in. So plug all the fans into this bad boy here. It does. Plug them upside down. All right, now you have all the fans plugged in. All 4 is plugged into each command. So you can either tape this down. I don't even know where I could put this really. So I'm just gonna kind of tuck this in back here area. I just jammed it in there. But now you can put this back into the case. We're gonna probably put this the lowest part here somewhere. So you can plug this on. I have an Aurora board, the Aurora B450M. You can plug it into this one that says DLED, or down here by the graphics card, DLED1. This is very important because it only has these connectors, so you can't plug it into like a normal fan connector. So you just plug that to there, and now it's in. It should plug in fairly easily once you actually get it connected right. We're gonna pull this through the back, and we're gonna see how well we did this. You know, fan connectors, all that stuff. It should just boot up first try, and we can get the right setup for it and whatnot. All right, put all the fans in. Everything's turned back on. So now we're gonna test out the fans. Damn, that's a lot of airflow. Oh my god. Oh my god. That's pretty good. They look really good. Damn. So now you can even control it through you control it through here. You can turn it to red, yellow, green, blue, pink. Ooh. But there's also... Ooh. Yeah. They actually look pretty good. Oh! So yeah, this is the EZDIY FABs fans in action with RGB. You have like the other buttons. Like I said, you can control it from a program, which is not Aura Sync, but Mystic Light and stuff like that. So you can also change it from the controller, which is probably the easiest way while you're in game and stuff like that, if you really care that much. You know, you have white, which is actually pretty bright. Going to the middle, getting a full circle, different circles of color. You know, I don't even know. They have a lot of good things on here, though. Surprisingly. Tons of different colors. Red, blue, yellow, purple, blue, white, green, red. Just have like tons of different combinations. Jesus, how many things does this one have? My goodness. That's insane. This has an insane amount of color options. There's so many different shades too. I think that's the thing. That's interesting. That's it. This also right here, the S controls how loud these fans get. That's the fans on full blast. I'd say one step down from the top is actually probably good. Yeah, and thermals, we'll test here in a second, seem extremely good. So guys, the EZDIY FAB fans, RGBs, are one of the most creative and most innovative fan designs I've ever seen for the cheapest price. I'm sure there's other fans out there. I know there's deep cool ones that offer pretty much the same performance. That might offer you something that's almost identical to what you might receive, but 5 fans for 50 bucks, that's less than $10 per fan, which is actually extremely amazing. Jay's 2 cents was actually the one that got me to buy these fans, as it seemed like an extremely great value for the price that they were pursued at. And honestly, they've exceeded my expectations, as the performance and looking of the fans are absolutely stunning for how cheap they are. You can't even get some of the cheaper fans on, Amazon to be looking this good. I mean, I like that it's the outside of the fan. It's not just a ringlet fan, which is one of the things that actually brought me to this. I'm not a big fan of when they just outline the fan with RGB. That's not something I'm a huge fan of. I love the entire fan being filled with RGB, and it just makes your case look good on a tighter budget rather than spending extraordinarily amounts of money on, say, a Corsair RGB. Even some of the Thermaltake RGB fans, they're way too overpriced for the money that you pay for them. Really good fan power, really quiet, and honestly, probably the best value you can find on Amazon for the majority of what I would say. Amazing value, great fans, and cheap on the wallet. Guys, if you buy these fans, what is your take on it? Have you worked with these fans before? Let me know in the comment section down below. It's an amazing deal, and they're great fans. Keep your system cool and looking snazzy. See you guys in the next one. We'll be reviewing more PC parts and other things in the future. See you later.